Kendra with Trust TV. Like, share, and subscribe. But hold on, let me tell y'all something. This is fair use acts for educational purpose only, y'all. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. But we gonna play this right here real quick, and I'm gonna get my
The
top
largest amount of
commentary.
rapists are white men.
Sorry if
the
I'm loud.
highest number of domestic abusers is white men.
It's hot in my car, but I gotta
highest
keep my
number
heat
of
on.
arrested pedophiles is white men. The greatest number of drug dealers arrested is white men. But if you ask the average American who are the proponents of crime, is a black face to it.
That's right.
They're now trying to create this narrative
They make us the face of degradation.
Crime because they never want to own up to what it is that they have done.
And I don't.
Part of our.
I want to go ahead. Let me
is to pull the sheets off.
That's what True Dust
We had
TV
a
is about.
shooting here in Georgia not long ago. A young man named Cope, 14 years old, went shot up his high school.
It's hot.
His father's now being charged. Can you imagine what conversation me and you would be having?
The world would be having.
If Cope was black and Cope's black father gave him a gun. The television, the internet would explode on the irresponsibility of black fathers.
That's right.
On why it is that young black men have guns and are carrying guns. It has always shifted to make black men feel hyper-aggressive, hypersexual, and hyper-criminalized. It's part of a larger, historic, original sin of America.
And I wanted to cut it off before he finished and go on and say what I said before I got on this video. The reason why they make black men hyper criminalized, hypersexual, it is with the intent to criminalize him. Why? Because when a white man has hate in his heart for somebody based on his hue or complexion, based on a white man's superiority or inferiority complex that he is feeling to that black child, man, woman, or child, he decides to kill and take that black man life, how can I get everybody in agreement with me blatantly committing genocide, public execution of a race of people that I have a disdain for without anybody having an uproar? Because if anybody in another country, if we would have seen Korea or China kill citizens the way they kill black men over in America, we'd be like, do you see what's going on in that country? Where that be an uproar, we would want to send in troops. But day in, day out, we see capital punishment of black men, all and women, live on TV and live in color, and it is always justified because of what? Because they use systems like this, where they market to the world a black face to be a criminal, to be a thug, to be a whore, and then they justify all evils that they do to our people by just a portrayal, by just a portrayal. And everybody will say, well, he's predispositioned to do evil. But meanwhile, when statistics will show you that white man does way more crimes than black men, and are in jail for far more of the most heinous crimes than black men. But yet and still, black men and women are the face of degradation. We are the face of criminalization in America. Anywhere you go, when people think of a thief, they think of a black man. Anywhere you go, when you think of a drug dealer, you think of a black man. But don't you know that white man is the one who make the crack? They make the cocaine. That's why you got them in some of your drugs. The pharmaceutical companies are the ones. Y'all got the whole chemistry lab full of this stuff. We don't got those labs. We ain't making this stuff up. We didn't make the stuff that goes in heroin. White folk did it. That's why you catch them more, right? That's why there's more of them in jail for it. But if I give you a black face, and it's like using conceptual art, like he said, it's historical, right? This is historically done. Again, how can I commit capital murder in punishment? It's the same lynching thing. It's lynching, it's just done in a different way. How can I publicly execute a man and then justify it and have society watch me justify choking a man to death for a counterfeit $20 bill, even though it wouldn't even by law be considered grand larceny, but petty larceny? I choke him to death in front of millions of people watching, and I still am vindicated. I paint this black man as an evil, sadistic human being, and everybody go with it. How can a man shoot the little 16-year-old boy straight in his chest, get away with it, and is able to sign Skittle bags, able to sign the gun in which he killed the little boy with. Juice, they asking for his autograph because he shot down a little boy in cold blood for nothing. How can I publicly execute somebody and have nobody uproar? I criminalize him. So now when people see that little black boy, they see a thug. So when I shoot him in his head for nothing, nobody think nothing of it. It's the same shit they did back in the early 90s when they was lynching black people and they had the whole parade sitting around them watching. And then the only people crying in uproar is us, and people looking at us like, how are you crying? Don't you kill each other? Well, how are we crying? Don't white people kill each other? So when little Stephanie out there missing in Colorado's lake, and you want to, should we be an uproar? Because white men are the reason why she missing. They the ones out there killing and kidnapping these kids. But so if we thought like that, you'd be like, that's evil. Well, they publicly execute black folk on a regular day basis. And how do we get compliance? If I criminalize him, it will justify my hate. If I have a racial hate and I go around killing anybody I have this prejudice with, I'm now justified because I'm saying to the world, well, they look at them. If I don't kill this 4-year-old boy, they killed a 12-year-old boy with a BB gun and tried to justify it, knowing it was a freaking BB gun. It looked like a BB gun. He was a kid. He was 12, nigga. You shot the little boy and then tried to dehumanize the parents. Capital punishment. And it's justified because even though the white man is the drug dealer who sells the drugs and makes and produces the drugs, the black man is on TV as the drug dealer. Even though the white man have control over the guns, Smith & Wesson ain't a black company. And it's one of the biggest companies to sell guns. White guy. Most of the criminal acts done by guns, white men. Most of the criminal done by drugs, white men. Domestic terrorism, white men. Domestic violence, white men. If they did the statistic, they do more crimes for rape, molestation, kidnapping, murder, capital serial killers. They take the cake, but yet the black man face on everything saying he did it. But why? It's by design, because now when you kill him for nothing, nobody says nothing. Korean woman, little girl goes into your store to buy a cup of milk. A milk carton. Died, the Korean man or woman, whatever it was, shot the girl in her head with the money in her hand. And she didn't get charged and nobody thought nothing of it. Why? Because if I paint a picture, I give you some conceptual art, though no justification behind it. I can't corroborate any evidence that these people are historically predispositioned to do any more evil than any other race, but I can tell you so, and you'll believe so. But even though white men are in jail for drugs, Asian men are in jail for drugs, every race in there for drugs, gang banging, killing, murder, rape, homicide, I'm just going to paint this specific person as a killer. I'm going to paint them as whores and as people, and I'm going to paint degradation all over them. So when I kill them unjustly, nobody says anything about it. Whether it is man, woman, or child. And I've been said, if we are going to do videos, this is what we need to be talking about, because people do not understand. I always say this: he who without sin cast the first stone. Everybody living in glass houses with a bucket of stones ready to chuck it at somebody else's window. Ain't nobody good but God, and it's always been that way. But it's funny enough that statistics prove that white men do more crime. Way more than black men. But yet, and always still, black men are the face of criminalization in America. Who's the biggest criminal? They'll believe it's a black man quickly. There's no proof in that. See, because the crimes that white men do is embezzlement. Right? They serial killers, rapists. They do stuff that have government association, so one doesn't know about it until shit hit the fan. I'ma mind my business. Facts. Do more. White boy cooked up crystal meth in his basement, blew up the whole side of his house, and leveled some of the town. Ain't nobody talking about that, though. Ain't nobody talking about that, though. Because Joshua over here was autistic. Right? He was an autistic black little boy walking down the street by himself. And he was a little apprehensive because of his autism to let police put handcuffs on him for no reason. So they shot him in his fucking head. And everybody said it was justified because he moved too much. He was resisting fucking arrest. White young boy going to a fucking church shooting up everybody, nigga, get a McDonald's meal. And protection from niggas blowing his damn head in for killing a family member. Now you tell me, should we not be angry? Why then should we go help any other race when they go through? Tell me, why should we not be mad? Because when somebody could tell me, well, what about Ray Ray and Pookie? Ray Ray and Pookie didn't have a gun until Brandon and Jack came over there and peddled. I did a video on that when the KKK member, they probably took it down, literally said that what he do is he go put drugs and liquor and guns in black neighborhoods in his car and watch them kill each other. Ray Ray and Pookie ain't get that gun from their daddy. He got it from that white man that gave it to his big homie. How did drugs get in our neighborhood when we were unified, dignified people fighting for our human rights? Wasn't nobody sitting back caking up no damn crack. We wasn't even thinking of this stuff. But what Balaam said to Beor, I gotta get the Hebrews to cuss themselves because I can't curse them because God said no. So what he do? He give them the avenue to make them curse themselves. Ooh, it's biblical, y'all. It's biblical. It is. How did Balaam curse? How did he get them to curse? How did Balaam get them to curse? Beor to curse to Israel? I can't curse them. Because God gonna say no. But if I make them curse theyself, then their God won't protect them. Say less. If you read the Bible, you know. That's all I'm saying. And then you be like, why we mad? That's why we mad. Anybody talking about no damn slavery? You were slaves. We're mad because of the injustice that's constantly being done in America. They passing laws right now. That's why they keep distracting us for all this Mexican border stuff. Anytime they start distracting us, telling Mexicans and all these, oh, this is a distraction. What law are you about to implement? What are you doing that this big old distraction because there's definitely something up. Anytime you be paying attention to something, there's something else we ain't paying attention to that's going to ultimately affect us Negro, because we know that everything this government do has always something to do with good old Israel. They took crafty counsel and they consulted against God hidden ones. They have taken crafty counsel against us, Lord. They have, and we know it. Lot, Moab, what is it? Esau, Japhet, Tarshish, Travan, Jovan, all of them. They done came, they took in crafty counsel against God's hidden ones. It's written. I'm just saying. If you look at this situation, you see it, baby. What is why y'all distracting us? Because matter of factly, Mexicans, they going through what they going through and they talking to us. It don't make no sense for them to speak to us. Why are they not talking to white folk? There's a distraction. And you want to know what the distraction is? They're deporting black folk to countries that black folk don't even know. They trying to find a way so bad to get black people off the land, and I ain't even mad at it because I'm trying to get off the land. That's what they don't know. And once we off, watch what God do to this right here. That's what they don't understand. You, by design, this is biblically set up. The moment you move Israel from the land, it will be dealt with. I'm just telling you now. So you may want to slow down. Don't move too quick. Don't be too proud of Trump, because the moment Israel get moved, that's us. We's be them. If you try to murder us, if you try to do anything, it's I ain't mad. because it is literally written. This is the biblical point. The moment you move Israel, you will leave the land to be dealt with. That's the honest truth. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe to Trust TV. This is Kendra with Trust TV. Stay up, stay blessed, put God first. Peace out. Bye.